Hello and welcome back to the Mobius Archives. This is your host, Mobius Rex, and we are playing Oxygen Not Included. The last time we were talking about how this was way too warm. Well, we were looking for a cold biome, and we found one, wait for it, two cold biomes. Plus this one has a geyser. Right next door. In fact, we could probably break through it up here without going through too much abyssalite. So when this water pumps up all the way into here, we can dump that water into this room. What I'm going for is these wheezeworts, and to see what's in these chambers up here. You can see this unknown room, unknown chamber here. I want to see what's in it. And then we can breach down here and get these two wheezeworts. That'll help out with our heat problem all over the place. Now, however, actually, let's turn this off for a bit. Or turn it down, like that. And we'll... This room needs a copy. We need another wheezewort down here. Let's go ahead and get some flower pots. Granite? Oh, granite. Flower pots placed right here to help out with the cooling. But we also have another problem. We have too much polluted water. It's starting to overflow. So we could build another one of these fertilizer synthesizers, or we could start growing our own pincha pepper plants. They need warm temperature, and they need polluted water for irrigation. So what I'm going to do is since this area ended up being too hot for the... and we could work some stuff around. This area ended up being too hot for the mushrooms. It might actually be the right temperature for the pinch of pepper plants if we put insulated tile everywhere. So like up here. And I forget which ones we want for insulation. Actually, I think it is the igneous rock. Let's go for that. And we'll replace these. I'm going to manually deconstruct them because underneath I can see a wire. And then on top of that, or underneath that rather, we are going to take a hydroponics farm, flip it over this way, and get 6 of them going. Get down there, and get some tile going here. Probably need tile up here first so they can reach it. And then we'll put some tile down there. But we need to get that liquid, that polluted water over. It doesn't really matter what we make this out of. Just whatever most plentiful, I guess. And we can just run that through. Down here. And up through these. Alright. And above we can replace the farm tiles with some insulated tile. And in fact, we can make this just regular tile here. Here. I guess we have to get rid of this water somehow. We can just dump it into this area. And these can have pincha pepper plants placed in them. Well, there's one there. We just have to get all the liquids added. All these pipes done. Then we're good. We want the heat to flow through this area, unlike the rest of our place. I'm actually going to deconstruct this pot because we kind of don't need it right now. In fact, if I was to be doing this more efficiently, we'll go ahead and remove, oops, not everything, just the ladder, and give this a little bit more room. And make this an actual room. A pneumatic door and everything. because we want the heat to flow into here. Now, we're actually not too worried about plant growth at this point in time. Oh, we almost have irrigation. I was saying, we're not too worried about plant growth at this point in time, so I'm not going to make this into a greenhouse at this moment. But it might be something we do in the future if we ever get too many dupes out here. Of course, I breach into here, but don't seal it off. Oh, it just figures. Oh, but it does look like we're having some of the fluids come into here, so hopefully that will mitigate the problem with this polluted water in this area. What we can also do instead is dig down. I'm going to put it here. And that should allow us to dig up that way and deconstruct that tile. Then we can dump this polluted water down here, but then we lose all the polluted water in this area. So that's... It's kind of like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Then this area will have to fill up before we can make use of it. Just trying to figure out how much polluted water we need in what areas at any one point in time. This should help the flow. Digging down here, though, will let us replace our sinks. So that's actually... Well, not yet. I don't think I have any bleach stone yet. Let me just see. Where would that come up? Industrial ingredient? Filtration medium? I don't know. But this next block here is bleach stone. It turns... No, not you. It turns into chlorine gas when it's dug up. But it's useful in hygienic processes, and we did get... I think it's the next block. When we dig that, we'll get bleach stone. And we'll be able to replace our sinks with hand sanitizer. We just need 50 kilograms of bleach stone. Of which we have none. Or we have 29. Or 29. Oh, there it is. Bleach stone. We just got it. So I'm going to go ahead and allow ourselves to dig some of that out. I've been restricting ourselves. And, you know what? We might as well have manual airlock set up like this to keep the fluid in if we want it. And I've got to set up something here to get the bleach stone. Oh, you're allowed. So, it can be pulled in. We'll just get more of that. And once that's ready, I'll replace this sink because it's still using water. And that's producing more polluted water. There are other ways to get rid of polluted water, I just don't know them right now. In fact, I probably didn't want a manual airlock. Probably wanted a mechanized airlock because that allows us to have some automation. I'll even give this a little bit more space and put it down here. Dig that out. And we'll work on... actually... Yeah, let's cancel that again. I'm gonna get even more space. Put it there. We'll put the wall in here eventually. Mechanized airlock. Like that, I guess, since it's not allowing me to flip it completely over. And we'll run some wiring. How's this wire situation? Little hot. Actually, you probably don't need the wire there, so I won't worry about that. This will be deconstructed. I'll allow this to be deconstructed. And that should allow the polluted water to flow straight out. No longer leaving that at risk. But we do lose all this polluted water immediately until we get this door up and running. Now, I was working on the medicine, the hand sanitizer in place of the sink. So let's deconstruct the sink right now and get that hand sanitizer in place. We can, in fact, deconstruct those pipes as well, since we no longer need them. There we go. Clean your hands. Alright. So, flooded the place. Well, that's fine. I should probably move the liquid pump down here. So while they're working in here, and this is polluted oxygen, which is great. We can use that. We could get one of these, where are they? Puffs, to start producing slime for us, because I don't think this is too terribly contaminated polluted oxygen, unlike anything up there, which is all slime lung. I think it's still slime lung. Let me just see. Yeah, a little bit of slime lung up here, but otherwise clean. But I'm just getting them to replace this whole tank room. Make it bigger, because that was the problem. And what we will do is we'll actually finally add some automation. I went through making some iron ore one at a time, because that's about all this thing can handle. And it dumps hot polluted water in here. But the automation, we can actually do something like hydrosensor up here. Or in fact, we could put the hydrosensor further down. And place it right here. So that we have room to walk here if we wanted to. No. Yeah, why not? We'll do... So what we can do is add the hydrosensor right here. And have the automation wire go all the way down to this door. So it's actually going to control the opening and closing of this mechanized airlock. There we go, all nice and sealed in. We'll flip that to auto state. And we want to activate... Well, let's see. Get this flipped first. And then we have this dumping tank here that we're currently doing nothing with. So basically, if it's above 500 kilograms, it'll start dumping fluid out of here. And that should keep it manageable. We'll have to eventually do something with this polluted water when this fills up. But if we have enough of these plants going, it might work. But it actually feels like we might not be able to keep up with the polluted water right now, which is actually kind of what we want. Kind of what we want. Apparently there's some polluted water here that didn't get swept for some reason. I'm wondering if a pipe broke here, and that's actually why this polluted water is here. Oh yeah, it looks like... Oh, that's no fabrication skewed. Right. Not sure why this is here. I'm thinking a pipe might have broke when we made our last bit of metal. We'll have to pay attention to that next time. Alright. So that might have taken care of our polluted water. If not, it's at least mitigated it and allowed us to focus on that. I'm going to get... Actually, I am going to get a bioscan started here. And someone mastered the courier job. Nice work, Ren. So, if Ren's mastered the courier job, I think Ren is better off becoming an exosuit engineer. Now, this might cause happiness problems. And especially since we don't have exosuits. Come on, Ren. New hat? New hat. Nice. Alright. And I was getting someone to submit a bioscan, hopefully. Yes. Bioscans were submitted. That's Wheezewort. Do we have anything else here? Do we have... No. No thermal nullifier here. Doesn't look like we have a thermal nullifier here. Alright, in between episodes, I'm gonna grab these Wheezworts and cool down our place a little bit. Alright, until then, this has been Mobius Rex from Mobius Archives. Subscribe if you haven't yet, so we can really use the help. Subscriptions and likes are how I know that you want to see more of these series. But until then, this has been Mobius Rex. Have a good day, and a wonderful night. Bye-bye.